What's up everyone, this is Julian. I'm back here with another video. So it's been a while since I last uploaded a video, but I hope you all have been doing well with your battles. And this is a little bit of a late video for the Ultra League Premier Cup. And I wanted to show you guys a team from a very talented and very knowledgeable YouTuber named Wallower. He ran a triple poison team this season or last season, I believe, and I just want to showcase that team to you guys today. And this particular set, I ran a 4-in-1. This team is actually generally very good against most of the meta and will struggle against steel types. I think namely Escavalier is going to give this team a lot of trouble, and I actually do end up facing one in the first battle, so you will see how that is going to go. But as I mentioned, I got a 4-in-1 record with this team. And just to break down the team real quick, it's Venusaur on the lead with the standard Vine, Frenzy Plant, and Sludge movesets. Then Alolan has the Safe Swap with Snarl, Run Pulse, and Gunk Shot instead of Sludge Wave, but you could run either. I chose to run Gunk Shot. And then in the back, there's Gengar with Shadow Claw and Shadow Punch, which is a legacy move, and Sludge Bomb. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into these battles and see how things go. And I'm going to say, like I mentioned before, this is such a fun team to run. You're not really going to see a lot of really weaknesses except the aforementioned steel types. So here, first battle, I pick up a very positive lead against a Jellicent. But I'm going to farm up a little bit towards a Frenzy Plant, but I make a pretty big mistake here and throw a Sludge Bomb instead. So this was actually very bad on my part. But regardless, I'm going to be throwing this Sludge Bomb here against this Escavalier, doing absolutely nothing. I'm going to be swapping into the Alolan right now. And I just have a Dark Pulse, and the Escavalier is going to be shielding. So yeah, this is basically a very neutral matchup, except that the Escavalier will have the drill run here, and it is pretty much at 2 drill runs right now, so it's going to be throwing the first one and you have to shield. And I'm at the second one, but the Escavalier does win CMP, so I will have the double shield here, which is not good for me. So I am going to be going up a little bit more and then throwing a Dark Pulse again. So this is going to do some damage, or actually it's going to be shielding the Escavalier. And I see that my switch timer is up, and the opponent realizes that as well. So we both actually swap at the same time to Jellicent, and I swap into Venusaur. So I actually catch the Bubble Beam, which is very nice. I'm going to be overfarming just a little bit here for some reason. I think I should have just thrown the Frenzy Plant right away at this point. So now they actually go for a Shadow Ball, which almost takes me out. I'm going to try to farm up just a little bit more, and then I will have a Frenzy loaded for whatever comes in the back. Frenzy comes through. I actually do undercharge it though, just to get a little bit more energy. Escavalier is going to be coming back in. So it does, and I do sneak and counter through, which is not good. Which means my Venusaur will actually be going down here in a little bit. So again, doesn't do too much. I actually swap into Gengar now to try to catch the move. And again, this is going to be a drill run, which is going to be knocking out my Gengar almost right here. They're actually going to counter me down, which is very unfortunate. And then I'm bringing Venusaur to hopefully try to force them to throw, but that didn't work out too well. So now they have energy, and since I lose TMP tie against the Escavalier, the Scout's going to be able to take me out with a drill run. So very unfortunate, but very good first game. Well played to my opponent here. So we are moving on to the next battle of this set. versus a Snorlax. So this is a very neutral matchup here. I think the Snorlax is going to be going for straight body slams, and again I try to overfarm a little bit just to make sure I don't throw when they swap into something else. So the Snorlax is going to get off a body slam here, doing some nice chip damage, getting building up just a little bit more. Then I'm going to be throwing a Frenzy Fight here against this Snorlax. So I was going to do some nice chip damage here on the Snorlax. And we both actually swap at the same time, which is pretty weird. So I actually swap into Emma, and the opponent flops into an Abomasnow. So I can pretty safely tank one or two Weather Balls here on the Emma. So I'm going to be going to build up here, and then I'm going to be throwing a Dark Pulse. However, they do decide to throw here, which is fine. I'm going to be shielding this next Weather Ball. So I do throw a Dark Pulse first, just to see if I can get a shield from them. So I built up to a little bit past the Sludge wave here, so they do shield, which is great for me. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight for the Gunk Shot and see what they want to do. So this Gunk Shot is definitely going to be more than enough to take out the Wilds on the shield. So here it comes. Boom! Takes out the Abomasnow, which is good. I've flip switch advantage to my favor. So now the Snorlax is going to be coming back in, and they are going to be throwing a body slam, which is fine. And I'm actually going to be aggressively swapping back into Venusaur here. I'm throwing a Frenzy right away. And this Frenzy will be getting a shield. They actually swap into a Registeel, and again I mistakenly throw a Sludge Bomb here against the Registeel, which is not smart. There's a little bit of lag, you'll love to see it. I'm going to be throwing a Frenzy here against the Registeel to do some nice chip damage, which again won't really do too much. So it comes through, does some nice chip damage. At this point, I have to allow the Venusaur to go down. There isn't really anything that the Venusaur can do to this Registeel at this point, so I'll allow it to take me out. Now I'm going to come into the Gengar here, and trying to farm. I will have the shield up this move from the Registeel. I'll be doing a lot of damage here, and actually go for a Focus Blast for some reason, which is a little bit odd. So the Snorlax tries to catch a move, and they actually do catch a Shadow Punch, which is actually okay here for me. So I wanted to do that just so they could farm. However, they are able to get to a Body Slam, which is unfortunate. But it doesn't do too much damage here to my Gengar, which is fine. So I'm going to be trying to Shadow Claw a little bit more. Licks are really adding up though. So I am able to catch a Body Slam onto my Alolan though, which is great. So at this point, the Gengar can come back in and grab a little bit more farm down the Registeel, farm down the Snorlax rather. So I have pretty much almost 3 Shadow Punches here ready to go against this Registeel. Would have been cool if I had Focus Blast, but this is fine. So the first Shadow Punch is coming through. I have another 2 pretty much ready to go here. The next one is coming through right now. It should be just enough to take out the Registeel. So that was a very, very close game. Well played to my opponent there. Really close. Alright. Now we're moving on to battle number 3. It's against Fake Moon 512. Okay, so we have Venusaur in the lead versus a Granbull. This is actually a very good matchup for all of my Pokemon here, except that if they have Snarl, but luckily they are running Trump, which is awesome here. So they're not swapping just yet, and go straight for the Sludge Bomb right away here. Let's see what the Gramble wants to do. They decide to shield, of course. And now they swap into an Abomasnow. So I'm going to be going right away into my Alolan Luck. So again, the same here as with the other matchup. I'm going to be no shielding the first Weather Ball. So I'm going for almost back-to-back Dark Pulses. I am going to shield this Weather Ball though. So now I'm going to be going for a Dark Pulse here. Hopefully this will be getting the shield from the Abomasnow, which it does. That's great. So now I'm going to be going to throw the Gunk Shot, and I'm going to see if this Abomasnow does want to shield or not. So the Gunk Shot is coming through, and it lands again. Boom! And again, there is no shields, so the Gramble is going to come back in and farm down, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to come back into the Venusaur here. Now they're going to throw. I'm going to actually be shielding this one. We'll see what they want to do at this point. So throw a Crunch, and they swap into a Gyarados. So this is actually pretty good here for me. Waterfall does sneak through, which is unfortunate, but I am able to get off this Frenzy Plant here, doing some very nice damage against the Gyarados. And I have almost another one ready. It's going to be trying to fire it off, but I over-farmed a little bit too much. So they actually take me out of Crunch, which is unfortunate. I am able to farm down here with the Gengar, which is good. So now I can just go straight for the Sludge Bomb here against the Gramble. So this will be more than enough here to take out the Gramble from this range. So good game, very well played by my opponent there for this one. Alright, we're moving into battle number 4. So we have Venusaur on the lead here versus a Kingdra. This is actually where you want to be seeing the Kingdra here on the lead. So I'm going to be building up some energy here. I'm going to be anticipating the swap at some point, so overfarm a little bit here, and I'm going to go straight for the Frenzy Plant. Does some very nice damage against the Kingdra. Kingdra is at a move, and I'm actually going to no shield this one, seeing if it is an outrage or not. But luckily for me, it's an opposite, which is great. And no debuff here, which is good on my end. Gonna be throwing the next Frenzy Plant right here to pressure the Kingdra to shield. And they actually let it go, which is okay. So I'm going to be swapping right away since the Charizard is coming in, and it is a Fire Spin Charizard. So I'm going to be no shielding this first move from the Charizard, which is a Dragon Claw, which is good. I'm building up a little bit more energy, and they actually come in with an Empoleon here, so a very interesting strategy. But luckily I built up to a Dark Pulse, almost 2, so I can fire off the next one after a few more Snarls. So the next Dark Pulse will be coming through for the Empoleon or getting a shield. So the Empoleon does decide to shield, which is great. So I am able to get to one more Dark Pulse here, which is awesome. Waterfall does sneak through though, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to be throwing another Dark Pulse, gets the second shield, which is good. And waiting out the clock, and then coming in with the Venusaur, and be forcing them to throw their energy here. So I'm going to be saving both shields for the Gengar. So now the Gengar can come in and do some nice farm, but I'm going to be shielding here, of course. Any move here from the Empoleon will be doing a lot of very heavy damage to the Gengar. So they actually come in with Charizard again. So going to try to overfarm here, but they are at a move, and I call it, and it is going to be a Dragon Claw, which is great for me. So we're going to be going for the Sludge Bomb right away here against this Charizard. So I'll be getting it really low. So almost KOs. One more Shadow Claw, I'm able to get it down. So Alolan comes back in. I have a Shadow Punch ready to go. So this is going to be enough to take out the Alolan. And that is a very, very good fourth game. Well played to my opponent there. Nice. And one other thing I wanted to point out about this team is that, again, there's no XL Pokemon here. All these Pokemon you can access very easily without having to spend XL candy. And the only thing you might need though is an elite charge TM if you don't have the charge moves here for these Pokemon. And they're all sort of cheap. Okay, so the next one we have a Venusaur into an Empoleon. But again, I think the opponent is pretty much lagged out since they saw Venusaur in the lead. And actually, this team is Triple Water, so that's another very fun team to run, Triple Water. Unless you see something like a Venusaur here, which isn't really going to be doing too well up against that, as well as any electric types. So, which is unfortunate for the opponent's end, and as you can see, they're lagging quite a bit. And yeah, so the next Pokemon that they're going to bring in is Gyarados, I think. And then in the back they actually have a Swampert. So yeah, the Gyarados comes in next, and again, the opponent lagged out quite a bit, and I guess didn't want to see the Venusaur at all, so it's going to be going these Frenzy Punch here to take it out, or at least do some very heavy damage here. That's very unfortunate for the opponent. So yeah, real quick, other few notes about this team. Again, it isn't really an ABB team, so to speak. I guess it is kind of, because both of the Pokemon in the back, the Amok and the Gengar, are weak to ground. However, it is ABA weak against Psychic, so the Venusaur in the front is weak to Psychic types, and then the Gengar in the back is weak to Psychic types, but the Amok is not. So just keep that in mind if you're going to try to run this team. And again, as I mentioned earlier, you can run the Sludge Wave or the Gunk Shot as the second charge move if you want, or you can also run the Amok with Poison Jab instead of Snarl if you want to do that too. So good game to my opponent there, and those were all the battles for the set. And like I said before, I got a 4-1 record with this team when I was recording this. And yeah, so again, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you all have been doing well in your battles once again. And yeah, I'm going to be seeing if I can get some more content out for you guys real soon. It's been a little bit busier lately for me, but yeah, hopefully you guys can continue to stay tuned. And if you're new to the channel, or if you're just visiting here, please feel free to go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to my channel for more future Pokemon Go content. So that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.